So let's set up the SPSS data file so we can enter the data from the straw experiment on the first day. We will want to set up our variables first before we actually input data. So we'll go to variable view and we'll address the first column here, name. So each variable from the survey needs a name. So each item variable from the survey needs a name. This name should start with a letter, be less than or equal to 10 characters generally, and you cannot have any spaces in the name. All right. So if we take a look at our survey from the straw experiment, first page has the stop sign, and then the next page has the experimental manipulation, right? And so the manipulation is actually our independent variable. So we'll need a variable in SPSS for our independent variable. So our independent variable is the position of the straw. So maybe I put straw position. But that's probably more than 10 letters, so maybe I'll just name it straw. Yeah. And then our second variable here, go back to the survey, is participants' responses for number 1 here for being happy today, and then number 2, generally in life, and number 3, happiness with academic life at Penn State. And so maybe I'll name this variable here today, and then generally, and then academic, and then we have the demographic questions, gender, year in college, and ethnicity. So put gender, year, and then ethnicity. And then as you enter this data into SPSS, you should number the surveys. You can just start with number 1 for the first survey, 2 for the second one, and then we want to actually have a variable in SPSS to represent the survey number. And so I waited to the last moment here to show you that you can actually insert variables here. So you can right-click on number 1 and you can say insert variable. And so this is where I always call this variable serial ID. So this is the survey number from the actual survey. So that if you want to look at a specific participant's responses or filter out participant's responses, we can use that with the survey number, the serial ID number here. Okay, so we have named our variables, and I will stop here, and we'll move on to the other columns. I guess I will note before I end the video that these variables should make sense to you given the context of the study. All right, so if someone who had known nothing about the study opened this data file, they may have some idea what they should have. They should be able to easily match the variables here to the variables on the survey. If they have the survey in front of them and the data file in front of them, these names should make sense to both you and an outside observer who may just be sitting down working with the data. All right, so I'll pause and then we'll move on to the next video.